Okay, hello everybody, welcome back to the adventures of Micah Eric Chambers, our very intrepid adventurer who is currently just sitting pretty, just sitting inside the K-like station as we speak. Now, I've got some options of what we want to do. We've got these pumps that we can currently think about restoring. We can see here they're a little bit damaged, and that would mean we get a little bit more money off it. What I'm thinking though is time is money. Let's have a little look at our current docking fees, if we get a wee second. Although then again, we do probably also want to wait a little bit for our little bay here to actually, our compartment to actually fill back up with gas. That would be quite nice. But we do need to refill our O2 tanks, because it does look like they're almost completely done. And let's actually have a little look inside our airlocks. Boom, boom, boom. How are we doing in terms of gas in exchange? Doesn't look like anything obvious, so that's nice. You see the temperature's a little bit fluctuating, but it seems like everything is okay in terms of pressure. Let's close these up. Actually, looks like we're maybe venting a little bit. So yeah, let's close up that airlock. And close up the other one. We don't want to have these doors open. Just want to make sure that we have enough inside our own stuff. Now we're going to potentially have to pay a little bit in order to refill these, or we can have a little look. You have quite a lot of oxygen in you, so I think we actually pick you up, drop you out over here, and I think we're going to want to shove you in where we have our current O2 tank. So let's uninstall you, and we're going to install a new O2 tank here. So just to make sure, close you, just to make sure, you're in the way. Very, very annoying. Right, let's pick up this O2 can. I don't know where that other one went, but I'm sure we'll find it. Right. We can probably just drop you there. Then we can go grab another one. Might have actually just put it back in the bay, to be honest. Let's have a little look. No, don't know where this O2 tank has gone. That's a bit annoying. I wonder if it's maybe been ejected. Maybe it's in the dolly? It's in the dolly. Okay. Disaster averted. Let's install you. Get you in here. Alright. Get you installed. That should mean... Excuse me, why are you just standing outside of our... Haley Dillon? Who are you? I don't know who you are. Maybe you're just working here, I guess. Who knows? Yeah, so part of me's thinking that... Sorry, a complete tangent there as we're just changing over those O2 tanks. Part of me thinks we just sell all this. We're going to make a little bit of a loss. Like, we're not going to make as much money as we possibly could, but time is money. And I would quite like to just... I'd quite like to be able to just... Let's turn that light off. We don't need that. I'd like to just kind of get moving again, so we can check out another derelict. And feel a little bit nicer as well with what we're doing. So let's have a little look inside here with our license. And let's have a little look inside our selling zone here. So we probably want to get rid of this O2 canister, this air pump here, anything on the on our dolly. And let's have a look inside our storage bay. There we go. Toggle all that. Yep, there we go. Looking pretty good. Yeah, things are looking okay. I'm definitely selling things. Oh no, I'm not. Not selling these at all. Let's sell them. There we go. That, I mean, out of everything, that storage bay that we found is probably the best find that we've found so far. Very, very happy with it. There we go. So yeah, we're selling everything like that. What's in our backpack? Just our various things that we found. Let's actually sell off these floor tiles. I don't think we need them right now. Keep that conduit, because we might as well. This data card did have some crypto bits on it, so we will sell this, the data on that, and we'll actually sell the data as well. Yeah, so we managed to crack into that, or somebody cracked into that crypto wallet, and we'll get a little bit of money out of that. That's good. Okay, that's going to be a good amount of money. Let's accept that. Let's exit out of here. We could probably actually take our helmet off as well, to be honest, but we don't really have anywhere to clip it at the moment. because we don't have our bag with us. So let's grab our bag, and we'll grab you. Yeah, pick you up. And at least then we have some pouches, so we can always just pop some stuff off, take our helmet off. There we go. And then we can always just pop our battery in here as well if we want to. Good stuff, good stuff. How's things going? Thermostat is saying it's cold. Okay. Is the heater not working? No, but it's just, it is pretty chilly in here. I guess it's because that, it'll be because that O2 tank that we've just installed, the gas inside here, oh, it does say that it's shouldn't be that cold. But, maybe, I wonder if our heater's working. It should be. Yeah, it is. We're not out of power or anything. Yeah, you're set to auto. You've got your input. How's our battery looking? Not great. Our charge is getting pretty low. It's just, I guess it's just a bit chilly. Well, because we've also taken off the thing. Right, let's go to the kiosk. We can have a little look at what we have in here. So, we probably want to increase our RCS fuel. I mean, that's very expensive is the only thing. Our nitrogen's out. This oxygen is pretty out as well. We did just sell all those tanks, and we do need some more nitrogen. So there's going to be a little bit of an expense. We'll power ourselves up to the gills. That's good. We probably need to concentrate on making sure that we have some more power too. And potentially get some more batteries, or like another easy way to kind of hook them up. That would be good. Let's have a little look at our supplies over here as well. And see what we can get from here. Anything better? Because we do obviously have that laser. The laser torch that we found. Which is going to be fantastic. So we want to have a little look and see if we can get a battery for that. How much that's going to cost. I mean, it's 10,000 for the battery itself. What's it for the charging station? Quite a lot. It's not too bad, I suppose. Yeah, it could certainly be worse. I wonder if we maybe want to get a flask as well, so we can bring some water with us. Could also be an idea. Although we do have a couple of drink canisters, so I think should be okay. The main question is where we're going to put all this. Yeah, so let's get ourselves battery charging station and a Weber laser torch battery. A little bit costly. We won't send them here. We'll just grab it ourselves. There we go. Boom. We've paid for that. Got our stuff now. Now we just need to wire this in. And I'm not entirely sure where this is going to go. But I'm sure we can find somewhere for it. Worst comes to worst, it maybe has to go out in the airlock, but we can have a little think of that. Yeah, so let's grab our battery station here. Where can we plug you in? Plug you in under the N2 alarm. Yep, that'll do. Good stuff. Boom. There we go. Double check our lance torch here. There we are. So this battery, where is it? Viceroy. It's a handgun. Where's our battery? Did buy a battery, right? I didn't just mess that up. I'm sure we did. I'll leave it out over here. Let's have a look. Oh, we need to worry about our mortgage as well. Yeah, so we've got to pay everybody when we get a second. Yeah. Gotta think about that. I thought we did purchase a battery, but maybe I'm just being a bit of an idiot. I mean, we've got our... Yeah, that's the Bingham batteries. Oh, I guess maybe we didn't. Okay, that's a little bit annoying, but that's alright. Let's just go over here and we'll purchase another one. Because we just need one battery laser torch here. Boom. We'll send that to the barter zone. Boom. So it's definitely there and done. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, we've got our battery in now. So let's pick that up. That should hopefully be fully charged. I'm pretty sure it is. We'll grab our laser torch. And now we'll pop in our battery. Boom, there we go. So that's got ourselves our industrial laser, and that's going to act as our kind of like our effectively like our welder and our solderer. So we could, if we wanted to, we could get rid of the soldering iron, and we could, I mean, this is the cutter. I mean, actually you're a structure cutter as well, aren't you? So you're a structure cutter, you're a welder, you're a solderer. So I mean, we could get rid of our welder. I think you don't have any charge to begin with, so let's grab a new battery. Let's actually grab the battery out of you. That'd be a good idea. Yeah, where's your inventory? There we go. Let's swap you out so you're fully charged. How's everything else doing? Pretty decent charge. The laser torch is very, very good for like just being able to do a whole bunch of stuff. This permit we have here, let's just quickly read it. Yeah, this is the one that we have just now, and that's going to last until tomorrow. That's good. Probably don't need to have that in our toolbox though, to be perfectly honest. Now, where are we going to put you? Because I guess the issue that we have is that we need. I mean, I guess we can swap out our power drill and our solderer, because you will solder and you will also weld, so we don't really need you. Probably do with actually repairing you as well. All right, let's think about where we're going to go next, because I think we're pretty much good to go. Yeah, let's should have paid our bills, so let's get out of here. I don't think we'll go back to the sort of same one there. I think we'll probably go out over here to one of the ones we haven't been to. Right, let's get on the comms. Let's hail okay, like, and let us get undocking clearance. There we go. Unclamp. Begin the maneuvers. There we go. Perfect. Right. We should be heading straight and away from the station. Indeed we are. We want to move away from the planet. Let's get that lateral motion going. Good stuff. How are we doing for fuel now? We've got plenty of power, we've got plenty of RCS, so I don't think we'll go very far. We'll maybe jump a couple of wreckages, but we'll kind of see. We don't have the most cargo capacity, unfortunately. Could be an idea to potentially get some external cargo nets as well at some point. We'll have to kind of get them in place when we're out in the black, or when we're kind of docked to a ship that has access to the void, but we can worry about it in a bit. ETA 13 minutes. Good stuff. We've got our warnings on. Let's go ahead and restore this laser torch and potentially kind of like have a little look at other stuff. Oh well, I mean, actually, you're doing A-okay. Can we even restore you? It doesn't look like it. No. Might just need to get another one at some point. So you're still in decent condition, so I'm not too worried about that. Our CO2 filter here. Have we filled up this bin? I'm pretty sure we have. We've got our screwdriver and our hacks on there, so we'll pop in our soldering iron, and you know what, we'll probably actually put our yellow coveralls in there as well. And then we've got our wee nav console. It'd be nice if we get some more bins. What about in this rack? Have we got anything in this rack? We do. This is all our stuff here. Now we can grab out our mechanical parts. We can you can keep the inventory out for that, please. Thank you. Because I want to make sure that we can grab out that. We've got some scrap steel. We'll pop that in our bag too. And we've got some small electronic parts. Great. I don't know why that inventory is continuously disappearing, but it's okay. We'll so we've got our conduit there, so we'll put our nav console in, we'll put our O2 bottle, and I'm thinking we grab this CO2 filter just to clear things out and make it look a little bit nicer. There we go. Looks like we've got one of our spare N2 tanks as well that we didn't sell. Well, obviously mustn't have been quite in the sell area, but that's okay. So we've got our spare CO2 filter in there. We'll actually go ahead and potentially neaten things up when we get a second too. Double check. Ah, we didn't sell those 2 air pumps. I thought we did. Okay. A little bit of a mistake there, but that's okay. We can just put them in the bay for now. We can grab the dolly. There we go. Pop you guys in the storage base. The dollies are good to go once we get it. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and we'll start trying to restore some stuff now. Oh, we're dropping the steel. Storing the intake. There we go. We're thirsty. We've got a drink somewhere. You can always just have that when we get a wee second. Repair that up. Store that N2 can. Good stuff. We've got a spare EVA battery as well. Seems to be pretty fully charged. That'll be good. Feel like an outcast. We should probably actually have a little look at our mental state once we get a wee second too. Because there's a whole kind of thing about, you know, your character's sort of like mental state, psychological state, and kind of like how they're sort of feeling about things. We're gonna have to have a little look at. We'll finish up restoring this light because we don't want those sparks flying as much as we can. Otherwise, we might accidentally destroy our... Oh, there we go. Right, let's cancel our action, get on the nav station, because this is us coming in. Alright, here we go. So, clear that proximity alarm, go to the comms, hail our ship, start our docking procedure. Unresponsive, let me have a little look. There we go. Good stuff. Alright. We're already pretty well lined up. And we're coming into land. ETA 40 seconds. It's alright by me. Going a cool 73 meters a second. Shift's nearly done. We probably want to pay our mortgage as well when we get a second. We're speeding up time just till we get a bit closer. There we go. Under 400 meters. Let's get ourselves lined up. Oh no, we missed. We entirely missed. Oh. Okay. All right. Let's. That was a bad hit. That was a bad hit. Let's double check. Make sure we're all okay. This is probably why you want to be wearing your helmet, if I'm being completely honest. Let's pop our helmet on and get our battery in. Ooh. Not ideal. Let's, okay there, sorry about that. I don't quite know what's happening. We had a little bit of some exceptions there. But let's get back into it. What's the issue? Well, we just took a bit of a hit. We could probably see that because there's probably going to be a bunch of stuff around the ship that's going to be a little bit damaged. So we're probably going to want to have a little look at things. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like the actual hit itself was too bad. I mean, if anything, yeah, our airlock's a little bit busted up, it must be said, but hopefully we should be alright. Let's not worry about it so much for just now. We've got our EVA suit on, we should be okay. Let's have a little look around the station. We can have a little look. But before, actually, you know what, before we do that, let's, we've got our clip point here. Let's drop our bag on the ground. Grab our PDA, because I think, if I remember correctly, we take off our suit. We should have, like, a PDA slot or something like that we can use. Maybe I'm just talking rubbish. I thought I read somewhere in the patch notes that there's, like, a little slot that we could use. Ah, yeah, there we go. So we got our own little arm compartment here, so that we've got our PDA on us. That's good. Let's go ahead and grab the rest of our stuff then. So, get our toolbox back, hop on our EVA suit, hop on our helmet. Alright, we'll take our bag out to begin with, just so we can have a little look around and see what we can see, and then we'll have a little think about where we're wanting to go. Alrighty. Boom, boom. Alright, well, immediately we've got a turbo air pump. That could be very, very useful. Well, one, it's probably worth quite a lot. It looks like this door is not working. Can we pry the door open? Yeah, give it a little pry. There we go. Okay. So, what are we looking at in here? Looks like a bit of a coffin, if I'm being completely honest. We've got our transponder here, barely working. It is off. Looks like this ship is not in a good state. No. Is the compartment holding auction? It does not look like it, no. Alright. Ah, yes. That will be why. There's a large hole in the ship. Okay. Let's go ahead, get our light on, and then we'll have another little look. Yep. Toggle you, get you down on the ground. You can see a little bit better what we're working with. We've got a broken cooler, we've got some broken thrusters, heater's broken, we've got no nav computer. This is looking a bit like a bit of a write-off. I was thinking potentially we might be able to repair this one up, but there's no battery, there's no nav. There's a bin here, which is very nice. What do we have in this bin? We've got some Kung Pao chicken. Grab you. A heatsink. All right. Anything else that we can really use? There's a couple of N2 cans. There's an intake that isn't damaged, so we could take you. We cannot, I don't believe we can uninstall this, yeah. We can't uninstall this without usually damaging it beyond repair. So, yeah, that cooler's damaged, unfortunately. Guessing, I mean, we do have a heatsink. We might have a motor somewhere that we could use to repair that. I'm just thinking what we could use for, our money making. What's this? Hydrocodone. Okay, we'll grab that. You have actually got some pain pills in there as well. That's going to be useful if we need them. Well, okay, let's uninstall this. Let's uninstall these air pumps. We'll uninstall the O2 tanks. We'll just salvage what we can. There we go. Should be pretty quick to uninstall. Boom, there we go. Good stuff. We have got this turbo pump as well, which is very cool. Doesn't look like it's actually connected to anything. Strange. Let's just uninstall that. We'll grab the dolly in a second. After we're finished uninstalling things, we'll drop our back off as well. Because it doesn't seem to be too much that we can grab from the floor here. What we got? To be fair, there's some mechanical parts. We've got a couple of electronic parts. More mechanical parts. It's good. Got a loose floor there. Yeah, a whole bunch of loose floors. No walls, unfortunately, so we can't... I don't think we'll be able to really repair this thing up. And even if we did, we need so much stuff to repair it. I just don't think it's very useful. There's a bin here. Yeah, another floor. Not particularly useful. You are working. You are also working, so we'll uninstall you guys. Very weird that there's all these pumps leading to the outside, but I'm not gonna question it. It might be just for like purging things or whatever. Let's grab this thruster. Boom, boom, boom. Battery's going down, but that's a-okay. This O2 tank. We will get you too. There we go. Lovely jubbly. We'll see what we can restore as well, but I mean, even if we just take these air pumps, potentially this antenna as well, then I think that's still pretty good haul. While we're here, let's go to our finances. So we need to pay our stuff, so let's pay our P's. There we go. That's our mortgage done. For just now, we've got plenty of reserves of cash. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Yeah, it does look like we did buy a battery there, but we, yeah, traded battery, web torch, traded battery, web. So we bought 2 batteries. I don't know where that other battery's gone. Maybe it's still on the station. We'll have to have a little look. Did we grab some of this conduit? Probably not. Probably just there's no point on a coffin. But we'll grab these pumps. We'll pop them on board and take what we can. And then we'll jump ship. You are still working, so we will grab you. There we go. Alrighty, we'll grab the N2 tanks as well, uninstall them, grab the dolly, then head on back. Think that, double check this. Intake, the intake is working, so we could always just take you as well. I mean, money's money. I don't think we'll bother going back to the station so far. We've still got plenty in our battery and probably quite a decent amount in our ability to go. So let's grab the dolly, pick you up. Let's get ready to move. So grab you, chuck you on. This dolly is very useful for being able to move around these big components. Really does make a huge difference to being able to do stuff. Might actually potentially put this turbo pump in. Very, very useful for making sure that, like, say, like we need to like get rid of oxygen. Say if we want to do something what we were doing before, it just means things are a lot faster. That can be very, very useful. We'll chuck you guys down into the bay for the moment, and then once we have a better idea of what's happening, we will then go ahead and start restoring these guys and repairing them and such, because we'll just want to try and get as much money as we can, but hopefully not while we're docked at the station, if possible. I actually got a surprising amount of haul already, to be perfectly honest with you. This O2 bottle is damaged, so I'm just going to put this in this pouch and I'm going to dump it on the ship. There's no point keeping it. Yeah. We should definitely have another, like, look around the ship, too, because obviously we did take a little bit of a bump. We should probably try and restore that, probably more before, or it's probably better to do that before we start trying to do anything to, like, get us profits or anything like that. We want to make sure the ship is running, we shouldn't be leaking anyway, shouldn't be leaking any air. Alright, let's toggle you off. Grab you, drop this off. Let's go. Overall, things not too bad. We are a little bit thirsty. I would have liked if we could find something to drink, but I understand that we haven't. We will drop this dolly here. Drop you off. There we go. Good stuff. Let's have a little look at our airlock. It is damaged. Maybe restore that while we're moving. Yeah, we'll try and have like an actual proper landing next time. N2 alarm, are you alright? Let's have a little look. Yeah, you're okay. I'm not getting any kind of alarms or anything, so I think you're okay. Just kind of looked like you're a little bit red, but I don't think you actually are. Alright, let's, before we do this, there's no point wearing our full regalia. We might as well take our helmet off, pop on the clip point, do the same thing with our EVA battery, pop that out. Might as well just use our own systems. Alright, let's head to our comms console and we will undock from this. I don't think that was a particularly bad ship. Like, it was just, it was quite small. We took what we needed. Probably the worst thing is that we obviously took a little bit of a hit, but that's my mistake. Let's head away and then we will have a little look and see what else we can do. I'm thinking we've still got 50 kilowatt hours of power. I think we can go a little bit further away. I kind of like the idea of maybe this one. It's kind of in our... It's in our kind of remit to go for it. I actually thought I'd just double check there that I definitely restarted the recording. I think we have. If I haven't, then you won't see this. But, yeah. Something to think about. Right, so we're just going to try and get our relative velocity looking pretty good. We just want to get around the ship as it stands. Yep, there we go. Just making sure that we're clearing that. Indeed we are. So let's get our relative velocity down. Good stuff. There we go. Get our... Sorry, our lateral velocity, get our relative velocity up. Let's go about 100 meters per second again. That's going to give us an ETA of 10 minutes. Seems good to me. Let's go. Carrying too much weight. We're unable to move. Right, let's start repairing some stuff. Anything out here that needs repair? That thruster, that can be done. What about this N2 can? That could probably also be done. There we go. Make sure we repair them, and then we'll swap these out in the bay with other stuff that needs to be repaired. There we go. That's looking good. What about the stuff in the bay? I think there was a few of them that weren't in quite as good repair. So let's swap them out. Yeah, that O2 tank is not looking particularly clever, is it? Anything else that can get out at the moment? Probably not, because things are a little bit busy over here, so we'll just kind of move our stuff down. I guess we could have grabbed that antenna now that I'm kind of thinking about it, but a lot of work to get out there, and it probably isn't going to pay that much. I think it needed a little bit done there. Let's get this air pump restored. There we go, looking good. Before we go any further as well, let's have a double check at our nav station. Yep. Just making sure that we haven't turned off the warnings. That's good, so we should be absolutely fine. Alright, let's get to our orders. We are not wanting to do anything with these. I guess we can, we are. So let's just make sure that we're repairing stuff. Start sort of loose equipment here. And then set you over to auto task. Is this bay fully restored? It is not, so we probably want to get you restored as well. So let's say the floor and repair. Wonder if you should be able to restore you, surely. Maybe not. I've did that manually, but we'll work it out. Restoring the intakes as we speak. Let's double check our batteries on our tools. Power drill could be better. We're using a little bit of lance torch. We're using our angle grinder. Probably using our welder a wee bit as well, but that's okay. Restore up these cans. Let's make some money. We'll probably want to move this stuff down and out of the way as well. I'd like another bin up here, like a bigger bin. Oh, there we go. Right, it's time to stop. Stop what we're doing. Let's use this nav station. And let's actually have a good landing this time. I do not want to have another crash if possible. Let's hail our ship. Start our docking procedure. We're going to take this nice and simple. Right. Yeah, we're going maybe a little bit too fast. Let's drop this down below 100. Make sure that we're lined up nice and properly, please. Thank you. There we go. Once we're below 1,000 meters, we will decelerate to 75, then 50 when we get within 300. There we go. So let's decelerate. Good stuff, good stuff. Alrighty. Down to 50. Coming in still pretty hot. There we go. Ooh. Okay. That was a little bit tougher than before, but it's alright. We managed to bring it down. Alrighty. Good stuff. Okay, we're docked. Let's get our helmet on. Let's get our battery in. Love to see it. Let's grab our dolly and probably grab this this pump so we get it out. Dump it over here because it still needs to be repaired. There we go. We'll not take the dolly out to begin with. We're just going to go have a little look around, see what we can see. Okay, so this is probably in a worse condition than the last one. I don't think we'll be repairing this one up, that's for sure. What we got? We basically just got a floating box. It's pretty much just a floating box. Some mechanical parts. You've got a damaged thruster. Yeah, it looks like a coffin that's kind of crashed or something. While we're here, check these lights. Give them a little bit of a restore. The ones on the outside of the ship. Just so they're looking nice. Might as well. How's our thruster? How's our cooler? Yeah, looking alright. Thruster's looking a little bit damaged. Our antenna, we don't usually get to have a look at, so we'll restore our antenna as well. Good stuff, good stuff. Might as well now we're out. This light's looking a little bit damaged. We don't want any flickering lights, if possible. So we'll give you a nice little patch up too. And we'll just do a little quick loop around the ship. Make sure these bits are alright. Yeah, you probably do a little restore as well. And then probably give you a restore too. I think that'll probably do us. In terms of our own ship, at least for the moment, we will go and repair that airlock. As long as I remember. But yeah, I think we'll have a little look around. This ship does look pretty bad from what we can see. So who knows, we might smash and grab what we can. And then, who knows, we might have a little autosave first. We will have we'll have a little look and see what we can grab. There's a bunch of floor tiles here. There's obviously this O2, there's some canisters. Damaged. It's crashed into something, certainly. That's what's happened here. At least that's what it feels like. Yeah, we've got some electrical parts. We'll pick you up. Good stuff. And yeah. Well, I think we'll just grab what we can. Grab the O2 cans. Grab the N2 cans. Maybe some of the pumps if they're working. Yeah, we've got a turbo air pump there. Grab you. And we'll probably hit up another wreck before we head on back to the K-Leg station. There we go. Looking good, looking good. Love to see it. Our dolly can still hold quite a lot more stuff. So, yeah, it's just got a damaged stuff. There's a screen there. We will definitely be picking that up. Not best condition, but it should still be working okay. We could use that for potentially some repairs, if need be. A couple of motors as well, so we could repair up some of the stuff. It just looks like a lot of this stuff is just broken, though. Or no longer existing is probably a better way of thinking about it. I mean, this ship is just gone. There's a poster. Work safety poster. You probably should have paid more attention to that, if I'm being brutally honest. Because your ship is gone. Probably not that dissimilar to our ship, to be quite honest. Similar-ish size. Another kind of coffin kind of idea. But it appears that somebody's made a little bit of a whoopsie. Right, let's grab the dolly. Load on up with stuff. Load you on up. Load you on up. Looking good. Load you on up too. Get the O2 canister. We're going to have a lot of gas available to sell, which is always great. Load you guys on up. This is all just loose flooring. There's some scrap aluminium. Alright. Okay, I don't think we're getting much more out of this ship. Just a nice quick salvage. Smash and grab. Get the stuff. Drop the dolly. There we go. We can always worry about the other stuff in a wee bit. Right, let's... I'm actually going to dump this cabling over here in the corner, just so we have it spare. Get the helmet off. I'll put it in the clip spot. Let's get the battery out. We can always sort of start moving stuff around the bay, but before we do that, let's get to the nav station. We'll go and hit another ship. Yeah. Right, let's undock from you. We can have a little think about where we want to go next. There we go. Clamps undone. Going away. We'll go and clear this airlock because I keep saying that we're going to do that. Power reserve looking alright. We've lost about not even quite 10 kilowatts. We'll probably hit up this one, maybe this one. We'll head back to OK Leg after that, I think. That's probably a good idea. Right, let's swing the bridge around. Or heading. A little bit too much, I think. I can definitely feel the ship's feeling a little bit more sluggish. I might have to boost up the maneuver drive throttle. Right, let's start heading. So the bridge is pretty on target. The relative velocity down. Shouldn't be able to hit this ship. No, it doesn't look like it. Relative velocity is 100 meters. ETA 12 minutes. Making sure the alarm's on. Good stuff. Alright, let's... I know I just took my helmet off, but let's just pop it back on because I want to make sure I'm going to be alright. Let's go ahead and restore this airlock. Because this is probably one of the most important things here, is that the airlock is working as intended, and it's going to take us an awful long time to repair. Yeah, it does look like we managed to kind of bash ourselves just a little bit. Not ideal. But it's okay. We'll get this repaired up. And that should be that. How the walls and stuff doing? Took a little bit of damage. We could probably do with just, you know, just making sure everything's just nice and patched up. How's the floor doing? Floor's doing all right as well. Let's set up some orders. We can always just do, you know what? Let's just repair everything. Let's get it all done. When we get a wee second, just... Oh, not now though, because we're needing to go back to our nav station. God, that's 10 minutes already. Time flies when you're having fun. Alright, let's hail our target. Initiate docking procedures. Target unresponsive, we're heading to docking. Alright. We're a little bit askew. That's okay. We've got a little bit of relative velocity, but that's alright. We're coming in pretty hot. Bring our velocity down. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to go and drop. Suffering the advanced impacts of hypercapnia. I don't know what that means, if I'm being brutally honest. I'll have a little look up what that is. Right, okay. Let's slow it down. I want this coming in nice and easy, because we did have a couple of not so great landings before. Hoping we haven't lost anything in terms of our ship. It did feel like that previous docking. I feel like these dockings, like I should be able to clamp on by now. There we go. That's better. We'll just have to take it a little bit easier. I don't think I've lost any ship systems, but I mean there is always the chance. Pop our battery in. We didn't actually empty this dolly, did we? No, not particularly. Well, we'll do that if we need to. Let's just have a little look through and see what we're connected to. Alrighty, this is looking like a much bigger ship. This looks like a huge ship. Woo, okay. I found some ABL core liner. That's already worth quite a bit. So we'll definitely pick that up. It probably means that we're in a damaged nav station. Okay, I think this is going to be a pretty good ship for us to have a good look through. Now, unfortunately, it does look like there's no power, because it doesn't seem like any of the lights are working. Let's have a little look through and see what we can see. Big, long, open corridor. There is a working thruster, so this ship would be able to move under thrust. That's good to know. That is good to know. What else have we found? Nothing much. There's a toolbox here. Let's pick you up. See what you have inside. Cargo pants. Some shoes. Nothing in particular. Capacitor. Fusion grade laser capacitor. Okay. So that we know that there is definitely a damaged fusion core and a damaged fusion field assembly. Okay. You've actually got a fairly... I mean, okay, I don't like how much that's sparking, but you've got a fairly decent potential for like a fusion reactor going on here. Is this ship... The ship isn't breathable. No, we're not getting any kind of pressure on the outside, so something's happened to the walls here. We've lost structural integrity somewhere. The wiring needs a little bit of work. There's a pouch. Is that a drink pouch? I will pick you up. We will probably have a drink of you when we get a wee second. Yeah, looks like we've probably... Ah, here we go. So something's happened in this kind of area over here, and that's caused us to lose... Okay, yeah, that's probably actually a better reason why we've lost cabin pressures, because we've just lost that. The antenna is damaged. These walls are also damaged. We've got a bunch of mechanical parts and other such stuff. There's a lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff is broken though. I don't know what the area this would have been for. It's almost like this is like a long range damage thruster. It's almost as if this is like a some sort of like long range freighter or something like that. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from it. Yeah, this is our fusion area. Is there anything over? There is a door here. Well, everywhere is already we need to repair it. Shouldn't take us too long. Let's give some materials over. We'll come grab them. Grab what we need. Let's repair this door. I kind of want to have a look inside here. There we go. Get it done. Could uninstall it obviously, but if I repair it, I can always just pry it open. There we go. Pry you open. Oh, let's not accidentally misclick. Pry you open. What's in here? Another damaged wall. Okay, that's good to know. I wonder if we could maybe potentially think about fixing this up. It's going to be a lot of work. It's another door here. Are you damaged? Yeah. Right, we'll just uninstall you. See, yeah, it honestly seems like this is like some kind of freighter, or it's a very big ship that has almost like these large like cargo areas in here. This is like a thruster area. We've got two thrusters over here. It's very broken. That is true. But it's also got the advantage in that it's got a lot of hull to work with. Like this is... I mean, I suppose the only issue that you would have is that this is quite a large ship. A lot of it's broken. It's going to take a long time to repair. We don't have that kind of money. Yeah, I suppose that is the only downside to this. Let's uninstall the door, not the conduit. This would take a long time to repair, and we don't even know how much this costs. Well, I will take a little note of this. I wonder if there's like a transponder or anything like that. It definitely looks like some kind of cargo area. Cargo freighter ship. There's a crate here. Let's have a little look at you. Nothing in there. Could always shove some stuff on there. Got a bunch of intakes. Spare flooring. Spare N2 cans. The Kang intake. Another Kang intake. I see what we've got a couple of options here. This is one with a potentially working... I mean, well, this all needs to be repaired, to be fair. And I don't think this is everything we require for like an actual nuclear reactor. No, we're probably missing quite a few things. Now I'm thinking about it. It's been a while since I've actually run a nuclear reactor, but... I mean, we might just be better off. This is interesting. Okay, what we're going to do is we have a lot of stuff to sell already. I would be interested to see how much this wreck costs. I'm not seeing any kind of like transponder or anything like that. I'm not seeing like... Obviously we have the antenna that's damaged. I'm interested to see what this wreck's name is and maybe just leave it as is. Because it's not going to go anywhere. We can always come back and find it again. Might take us a little while to find it, but we can certainly do it. There's a lot of intakes here. Do we grab some of the O2 cans? We maybe grab some of the O2 cans. At least that means that we haven't wasted our time coming here. Then again, we already have a pretty decent haul. I'm gonna leave this ship as is. I know this sounds kind of weird. Even the ABL core. I was tempted to take that ABL core. I was tempted to take that nav station. Can we repair you? You're not gonna have power anyway. There's no point. There would need to be an awful lot of work done on this ship. I think is the main crux of the issue. A lot of things are damaged. All the doors are damaged. The electrical systems are completely kaput. We go over here. This looks almost like a kind of crew core area, or like a crew, certainly like a crew locker area. Yeah, it's got a sink. It's quite a nice little place actually. There's even a heater. So yeah, this almost looks like somebody's room. Nothing in these bins, except for a PDA. We will take you. We'll take the trenchers as well. Yeah, we'll take the PDA. That can be hopefully be our payday for this. And I think we just leave this as is. What's the name of this ship? If we come into here, the Nano Star. Let's use the Nano Star. What's your other designation? Yeah, definitely. Well, you can see it there. It's a freighter. A 2041 Testudo Mesa Mark 1. JEJ8D. We'll have a little look at that, I think, and see how much that would cost. Okay. We need to get moving because we're kind of running out of power a little bit. Look at the size of that. That is a big boy. All right. I think what we'll do, we'll hop into this last one and then we'll call the episode there. I can't decide if we're going to head back to the K-Leg or if we're potentially going to do that beforehand, but release the clamps. Let's head on back. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, switching to nav control. Now, we will need to move around. Get our bridge lined up with this last target that we're heading into. And then we will continue on. Quite the space hopping adventure, this one. Apologies earlier, obviously, for that error message. I'm not quite sure what's happening there. Probably my mistake. Little autosave there. Good stuff. Yeah, let's head on in. We've actually got a fairly quick ETA of 2 minutes. We're not really that far away from this one at all. Let's remove that relative velocity. We've got our alarms on. That's good. All right, let's we'll just keep our helmet on. We'll just get to auto-tasking until we get there. It should only be about 2 minutes, so we're not going to have much time to do our stuff. That's okay. We can just repair up some things. There we go. Let's get over to the nav station. Clear that alarm. Let's hail the ship. Initiate docking procedures. Doing fine for our O2. We've got our bridge aligned. We've got our clamps aligned. We're coming in 75 meters a second. That's fine. No lateral velocity. All looking good. We'll just get ready to clamp in a wee second. ETA. Apologies for that. That was dog barking. Just as things were getting interesting with the docking. That's okay. We're going to come in. Speed up time just a little bit. We get a little bit closer. There we go. Sub 1,000 meters. Let's bring down the speed. ETA 10 seconds. Bring it down. There we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. There we go. Boom. We are docked. Good stuff. All right, let's have a little look around and see what we're dealing with here. Already, I was going to say it looks like it's going to be smaller than the last one, but no, it's actually not too bad. What we got here? A working door. Pry that open. Okay, this has a working nav station. It's got a battery. What we got over here? Pump. Pill bottles. We've got a ship that looks... It's got cargo webbing on the side. This looks like it could be actually a pretty nice little doohickey here. It's got a lamp here. Let's see. Can you toggle you on? I don't think you've got much power in you. All right, let's get our own lamp on. Let's get an idea of what we're dealing with here. What we got? Looks like we've got ship. Do we have any way of accessing the outside? I'm not sure we do. There is power, but there's nothing connected up here. Let's grab that conduit over here. Let's connect up that battery. Yeah, I know, low pressure is fine. No room in inventory. Okay, let's what can we drop for just now? Let's drop that cigarette. Oh, we can actually just put that in a pouch. That's fine. Yeah, let's grab that conduit. Let's hook up that battery. Because this could be a very intriguing ship. Let's close that door so we're not losing so much gas. It's not gonna happen when there's no power, is there? Right, let's install this conduit. Let's see what we're working with here. This could be boom. Okay, we have power. How much is on the battery? Long time. Okay. Okay. Let's access this lock. It's pretty damaged, but let's hack into this. What are we looking at? Good stuff. Okay, we're in. All right. Look through this door. What are we looking at? Okay. Looks like certainly something happened here. Now this is interesting. This is kind of what I was thinking we could almost do to our ship, in that we could put these cargo webs on the side in order to store more cargo on the outside of our ship. This is also an interesting... Obviously, this is nowhere near as good as that other freighter, sorry. But this is an interesting little ship. It's got decent floor plan, bigger than ours. A lot of walls available already. We could already probably fly this back. Let's actually have a little look at this nav computer. We can't fly it back because if we did, we couldn't sell it because it's not ours. Yeah, here we go. Which says notice unregistered user detected. That's okay. It's a-okay. Let's have a little look at your designation. We don't have one because we're not actually hitting you. We could target the nothing personal kid, but can't actually see what your kind of things are. But you've got power reserve. You haven't got any RCS. So if we were to try, you've got thrusters that will work, but you've got no RCS. This is another interesting one. I think we're going to have a good option of what we want to do here. Is it because we don't have an actual... I don't think we have an actual like RCS area, but that's okay because we know we have the other wreck nearby that does have it. We could very easily like also like cordon this bit off, potentially make a couple more like kind of like internal airlocks. I guess the only bad thing about this is there's not really an easy way to get, like if we come here, this is going to vent all our oxygen. That's not ideal. It's not really what you want. There's no cargo vents over here. It's fine. There's obviously all these cargo webs here. Interesting. I'm only thinking about this because we have a lot of other stuff available. Like this could be this could be a very easy buy and restore, bring it back, sell it. What we got here? Anything useful? Not really. That's fine. Interesting. This would be a very easy repair. Just to grab an RCS canister off that other ship. And that would be us. Let's uninstall this conduit because we want to everything. Although I don't know, I didn't see like if it had an antenna or anything like that. Let's just have another quick look. Oh well, we can't do it anymore. I was gonna say we'll have a quick look outside, but I don't remember it having like an antenna or anything like that. Let's pry open that door again. Another EVA battery here. Could be good. More pumps and stuff. All right, let's note this down, and we'll head back to the K-Leg. We'll maybe spend some time seeing how much this is in the next episode. What are we? Current target. Right, let's get the notes up. And we'll actually sort of say, let's actually try and spell for once. So that's the freighter that we have, the Nastar. And then we've got the definitely nurture. JWBE2, which is a labor barge. Labor barge needs RCS intake. You can also maybe kind of see here, this note system, very easy, but to do, you can obviously just do this on your notepad. Very useful to have, actually. So yeah, Nastar has spare RCS intake. Pretty bad shape. Bad shape. Nuclear reactor on board. Alright. Our power reserve is kind of getting a little bit low. And we have done an awful lot this episode, so maybe what we'll do is instead of continuing on, I think what we'll do is we'll probably actually shut this episode down here. Let me know down in the comments what you think about these two ships. I think we can maybe have a little look. We don't have that much money. We can have a little look and see how much it would cost us to buy and kind of what we're kind of dealing with. If it's going to be completely out of our budget, we can just go back and we can strip these down and sell what we have. And that should be absolutely fine. I mean, we know, for example, there's a pristine nav computer on this one. That'll get us a bit of bank. And we can kind of see what goes on from there. So yeah, I think with this one, we'll end the episode here. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Let us know down in the comments if you haven't. Obviously, let us know what you think about these two ships that we could potentially salvage and sell on for a good bit of profit, or even use ourselves. Who knows? The world is our oyster. But yeah, just want to say thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you've been enjoying Ostranauts so far. I certainly have, and been quite excited to sort of see what the developers are doing in terms of getting the updates out. And I mean, who knows? We might see some missiles. Might get blown out of the sky. We'll see. But yeah, just want to say big thank you to everybody watching. Big thank you to the member of the Burger Band as well for supporting the channel and helping us get videos like these out. Couldn't do it without you, so big thanks to them. If you want to become a member of the Burger Band, you can through YouTube. Gives you early access to videos as soon as they're uploaded, rather than when the schedules come out. So up to you if that's what you're kind of into. And it does help the channel quite considerably. So yes, once again, thank you to them. Thank you to everybody for watching. And I guess a happy 11 years to me. Crazy when you think about it. But yeah, just want to say thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take care.